Hey, what's going on, everybody? Blazer here. Today we're going to be looking at some of the Cavs' problems recently. Now, I know it seems like we only do these when things are going bad, but I really want to change that. I want to start doing these more often because they were doing decent for a little bit. I appreciate 100 subs and everything. It means a lot. A couple videos now over 1,000 views. That's awesome. We're only growing. I appreciate everybody so far. It's gonna be fun. But so today we're gonna be looking at some of the Cavs' problems. Now we're 4-11 over the last 15 games, which for an elite team like the Cavs are supposed to be, it's not a good look. And I do believe some changes need to be made. I mean, you have to do some at this point. Look no further than the coaching. Kobe Altman's done a great job of putting this team together and doing everything he needs to do. Talent-wise, this team is second best to the Warriors, thanks to Kevin Durant for ruining the NBA. But that's another subject. It might actually be it might actually be a rivalry if he didn't join the Warriors. But weak move. We're not going to talk about that though. So Cavs problems. 4-11 over the last 15. Now we've played some in elite teams. We've played the Thunder, we've played the Spurs, we've played the Warriors in that span. I know there's some more I'm missing out of that, but it's been a tough schedule to say the least. No excuse. We're supposed to be right up there. We're supposed to be either right up with the Warriors or second best team. We've met in the finals the last 3 or 4 years now, ever since LeBron came back. Um, it's really tough to watch. As a person who tries to sit through every single game, they've had me frustrated to the point where I've had to stop watching. I did turn on the Spurs game last night. It was watchable for the most part. But then again, we're playing a team that was missing Kawhi Leonard, Paul Gasol. Uh, I believe they was missing Manu Ginobili too, but I know they were missing a few of their solid players, and we still gave up 125 points to them. Now that can't happen. It really can't. 148 to the Warriors the other day. Defense, defense, and somehow we still can't put it together. It just, I don't know. We have absolutely zero rim protection. There's nothing there. Tristan Thompson is not cutting it. Kevin Love currently playing the center. You have your weakest defender on the team playing center. Honestly, we might be better off playing LeBron at the center. Because I mean, he's. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, LeBron. Congrats. Okay, well, we're on LeBron. He scored 30,000 points the other day. Congrats to him. That's just. What an accomplishment for a great career. Hall of Fame, undoubtedly. It's been a for sure thing. He's been going to the Hall of Fame for years now, but nonetheless, great achievement. Uh, Proud to say he's from Akron, Cleveland area. It's awesome to have somebody like that looking after everybody. But yeah, so defense, defense, defense. There's just no excuse. Isaiah Thomas might as well not even be on. Might as well just stay on the offensive end. He might as well play LaMelo Ball offense. Stay at half court, just run down and get a layup every time. Let everybody else take care of it. J.R. Smith can't hit wide open threes, can barely hit contested threes, doesn't really play defense. Tristan Thompson, as I said, supposed to be our center, decent rebounder. Can't say anything about that. He'd be a great bench player. Uh, but zero rim protection. He is supposed to be our shot blocker. Doesn't even impact anybody. They feel like if they get past our first wave of defense, it's over. They are gonna score. That's part of the reason the Thunder absolutely abused us the other day. It was bad. Russell Westbrook, I think, put up a 20-20 game, which hadn't been done in a fairly long time. Paul George was going off. He could get whatever shot he wanted. Um, Jake Crowder, I am a fan of. You guys may have, if you've seen me around, if you know me personally, I've bought a Jake Crowder jersey. I'm a pretty big fan of him. Uh, has not been playing the best. He had a decent game against the Spurs yesterday. Uh, had three threes in the first quarter. Can't say anything that bad about him. I think people just like to use him as a scapegoat, kind of. But he has not been terrible. Now we'll get to Isaiah Thomas. We'll start talking about him a little bit. Uh, no defense, as I said. Might as well play LaMelo Ball style and stay at half court. I understand he's getting into the motions a little bit, but when we had Kyrie, at least he tried. It looks like Isaiah just stands there. He doesn't care about defense at all. It's below James. It's like James Harden level defense, and that's offensive to James Harden. This dude, wow. I understand his height. I understand it's not. He's not going to be the best defender. He just can't because of the circumstances. But I mean, this dude, he might as well not be there. So, and offensively, it's not like he's making up for it like he did with Boston. Now he's still getting his feet under him a little bit, and I think he will get better, and he will hopefully be the old Isaiah everybody has known and loved by the time the season's over. And we're heading into playoff time, especially because let's be honest, if we make the playoffs, that's when it matters. And I think the Cavs understand that, and they know this. Something that bothers me in terms of the playoffs is the fact that LeBron has not sat out a game in a very. I don't think he sat out one game yet this year. Uh, he needs the rest for when it really matters. And I know people hate him for doing that, but let's be honest, teams have been doing this for a long time now. The Spurs, I mean, they used to sit Tim Duncan and uh, all the other guys, all the other stars they've had forever now. They sat them all the time. So I think it's a really tough situation. So let me bring up the trades I have real quick. All right, so we're gonna start looking at the trades. Some moves I think we can do to help improve the team. Trade number one: Derrick Rose and Tristan Thompson for Nikolai Mirotic of the Bulls. So Mirotic is a solid scorer coming off the bench. I think he could definitely help us. Uh, what we are losing there would be Derrick Rose would be our backup point guard. Uh, I think he'd be welcomed back to Chicago if they tried. Uh, it definitely is a bench player, I would think. I don't know who they have starting at point guard, to be honest with you, but I just don't know if his body can hold up in the amount of minutes to be a starter. Example, when he was with the starter as the Cavs earlier in the season, and he got hurt. So Mirotic would be solid coming off the bench. Now let's look at trade number two. J.R. Smith, Channing Frye, and the Cleveland first round pick. So this is the Cleveland pick, just to be clear. This is not the Nets pick that the Cavs own. That will probably be top 5. I do believe they should hold on to that. The Cavs pick will likely be in the 20s, assuming some major meltdown doesn't happen and we start just being terrible, which we're on that pace already. But so those would be going to the Kings for Willie Cauley-Stein and George Hill. Now George Hill and the Kings, they've been linked to the Cavs for a while now. Willie Cauley-Stein is just a name that I've liked for a really long time, and I think he would fit in really well with the Cavs. It finally gives us a 7-foot center that I think we desperately need. More athletic, rebounder. Uh, don't know much about him in the post. I don't know if he's a good post scorer, but definitely I think could fit in here. Be somebody that we can just drive in on, and you feel confident in our center for once. But all right, guys, that's all we got for today. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.